All right, Big Jack Little here with No Weapon Formed, and I just want to do a quick video on 7-hydroxymetragenine withdrawals. Okay, so worst, I've never, first let's just establish something. I have never withdrawn from any opiates except for 2 times in my life now. Okay, and let me give you the backstory on the reason my withdrawals were so bad. So I started taking kratom shots in April of 2024, around the 7th of April, somewhere in that neighborhood. The first week of April, I started taking kratom shots. Okay, I did the kratom shots for about 1 month. So 1 shot a day, that's it. 1 kratom shot after I got off from work, almost like you would drink a beer. Okay, so 1 shot a day. And I was pretty cool with that. I mean, now let me just state the kratom shot compared to the kratom, it was a little bit stronger. It had a little bit more of a feeling than just regular old kratom, and that's because they had some stuff in it, I guess. I don't know. I was taking the MIT 45. Now another thing is I was taking more than I was supposed to. Okay, so anyway, April to about the second week of May, I go into the shop to get my kratom shot, and the guy goes, "Hey, I got something new." You know, you've heard the story in my most watched, if you watch the videos, any of my videos about the guy. I really liked the guy. Super nice. He just had good salesman techniques. He had a good persona with people, and I couldn't say no. You know, I got to give it to him. He was good. He kept telling me, "Hey, just try this, man. It's this new stuff, blah, blah, blah." Little green package. I'm going to put it up on the screen. The 70HMZ. Dang near $32, dude. I was paying that much for 1 package. I took 1.5, I believe. That's a 3-serving deal. It was a 6 servings. I took 3, and I took 3 servings. And I knew immediately. Now, so May, June, July, August. So let's just say June, July, August, middle of September. So about 4 months. Every day I was taking at least 2 packages of 70HMZ. So I was taking, that's 15, 30, 45, 90. So I was taking 90 milligrams a day. And I got to where I had to have the 3rd package to wake up in the morning so it wouldn't feel weird. So that's how long it took. That's how long I had been taking them every day, until I lost my job, and until I couldn't go to work, and I started getting sick, and I didn't know anything about what was going on with me. I didn't understand why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and man, it was the worst. My skin would itch. I couldn't sleep. I wanted nothing. I wanted this to go away. I just wanted this to go away. And I was like, didn't have a clue as to anything about opiate withdrawals. And apparently not a lot of people had a lot of 7-0 experience either, because there wasn't nothing out there. I was trying to Google. Long story short, I was about to start breaking the law. I started having really crazy thoughts. And I gotta say, man, that stuff that was hard. So how did I get off of it? How did I get off of the 7-0, and how have I stayed off of it? That's really the crux, right? That's what everybody wants to know, is how. How are you off of 7-0, and how have you stayed off of it, and what is your secret? First and foremost, and no one wants to hear this when they're down in the goal, down there in it, but you gotta start reaching for something higher, and ask God to help you get through it, and look for some strength from above. That's the first thing. The second thing is I had to taper down because I had no choice. I had no more money, and my wife was not going to front the bill. So I tapered. That's one thing you can do, is you can taper. But you're still going to have, once you cut it completely, you're still going to have withdrawals. Now, how acute and how hard, it just depends. I think everybody's different. I could not stand it. I ended up going to rehab, which helped. It was a Christian rehab, so no taking nothing. No, it was just nothing. Okay, but I had tapered down. So tapering down and then maybe going to a 28-day rehab would probably be a great avenue, depending on how difficult your situation is and how hard you've been hitting it. That's very good. I think that's kind of what I did. Now, what happened to me is just bizarre again, because I got out, I relapsed on alcohol and kratom pill, and 7-0, and my wife took me back to rehab. So it was like a 1 or 2 day little binge deal, and she said, I ain't doing this again, and I'm glad she did what she did, and I ended up going back to rehab for the whole 90 pretty much. And then I didn't fool, obviously I was I got out, and then I had a motorcycle accident, and I was put on Dilaudid, and oxycodone and Percocets and hydrocodones and any pain, any morphine, all of it. I was on it for 4 months. So here's what happened. How did I get off all of that? Suboxone. Okay, I've been on Suboxone for 3 months. It has helped. It has changed the game. Now, is it like, is it going to work for you? I don't know. All I know is this is how I've been able to stay clean off of 7-0, and not want any opiates with the pain that I still have with my leg, is Suboxone, buprenorphine and Nexalone. 8 milligram, 2 milligram is 8 and 2. It's a strip, but that's how much is in it. 8 milligrams of buprenorphine and 2 milligrams of Nexalone. What I do know, and I haven't really tested the water, is that this stuff is helping with pain, but it's also blocking receptors. So if I were to take something, like what I'm noticing is even with muscle relaxers and stuff like that, I don't feel nothing. And I think it's the Suboxone. Now, please leave me a comment if you know more about this and you can explain how all that works. Give me some of the science behind it. That is how I've been able to, and I started working out again, eating better, got back on my testosterone, taking an antidepressant. There's a lot of things I'm doing to stay away from all that. So you do definitely have a hard road ahead of you, but you can do it. If you can afford to get a coach to help you with your diet, I'm your guy. Do that. To help you be accountable in that area, someone to help you with working out and stuff like that, to get you going in that direction, to help you, because working out is a great medicine. It's a great therapy, and that's my drug now. But that is how I was able to beat 7-0 and opiates, is I've been on Suboxone. Now, what am I going to do when I have to come off Suboxone? Same thing. We're gonna, this is after I have my hip surgery and all that. We're gonna, put a plan together. Put a plan to the best of your ability. Put your heads together. That's why the scripture I used today was Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron. Reach out to people who have experience and see if they can help. Like me, I want to help people who are going through what I've been through. So reach out to me. I'm not lying. I want to help. I truly want to help people. And so that is how I've been able to stay off 7-0 and opiates, is I am taking Suboxone. So I hope this video helps somebody. Please like, subscribe. Please leave a comment and hit the notification bell so that you can get all my videos, because I'm going to start pumping them out again. Appreciate all the love. God bless.